onyankopon achedie.
I'm born in some family that is full of
Okay. I say you wanna eto busua mu a enronkwa enronkwa busua. Okay.
Time even my father that born me is a deaf and dumb.
Ne papa na owo no sabi ono no oya associate sabi madaroma. I sanso ntumi nkasa.
And at the same time he never go to school before.
Na sa ne papa no so wan ko school da.
But he's a captain in ship.
Ne papa na wan ko school na oye sabi mum na osanso ya associate no na
I'm the second born.
Okay. Ose ne maame ma no on neto so mienu na ne maame kwa aware ase no ye oswapa. Otu say no young girl na ye force ne maame ne de ne ma aware. Enti at the age of 25 years na ohwa ne papa eja ne maame with a simple reason. The reason at the control original so ja aware say na papa ne de oye bosom sem okon no so ne ade enti na wo force ne maame ne say ne maame no so bosom ne so bi. Enti na afi a me maame no ntimi biem. And I say obeja on sum bi no so on sum ni biem dia ene no so na wade no eche say ejija ne sa papa to aso.
So it made that our mother is taking care of us, going to education. As for me, to be frank, the time I was small, my brain didn't open in the school. Despite you give me school fees, I go to school, all right, but my brain didn't open in the school time. So at the age of 13 years, I hear that my father come. So I try to, that time we are in a flower border. So I try to cross and ask my mother that I want to go to my father's house and go and see my father. So he was living in Togo.
Okay.
He go and base and build house in Togo.
So your father is a Togolese?
No, my father is a Ghanaian 100%.
Okay.
But because of the work, okay, the work take them go to Togo, Benin, all over. He travel a lot.
Okay.
So he go and base in Togo. So I went there. So the day I went there, and I supposed to express myself that I am so and so son. Then he said, "Oh, my son," and so forth and so forth. So through that, I'm having problem of school fees.
Okay.
Then I asked my father school fees. What my father would tell me is that my mother refused to worship the gods. So if I need something from him, then I'm supposed to come and submitted myself to these gods that did the house.
Okay, mami chem kakra. Tenti a work nyina say on time I no school no. Na ne ti enimu ano. Na onye obi a onima de. At the age of 13 years, and o tese ne papa Batogo. No say ne mama say o mani nko hu ne papa mfie. Oni akwanya kosia ne papa. Ti okosia ne papa no. And o kan say on fa ne o man school fees. Na on fa nko school. Ne papa ka chen say o mama na dwen se na bosom no won som no enti orija no so no pese otua no school fees dia ene na bosom no o mekoto no nye ne la ya mbode ya mbode na so no so ya na dwen se nya dia ono so ebesom. Okay, yen to aso.
So from there, as I say that, and he tell me that if we don't worship that God, we don't have anything to do with him and nothing to do. So I was annoyed. So the time I was going, there's full of gods that they lay in the house. So there is one in the gate.
Okay.
And I take my leg to boot the god. Then the head just fall.
Bosom
no. It's not of
butu bosom no.
Butu no. Because me tears here. They be me say me papa na me hu na me bisa ka say mama sika na obe catch me say me butu no. So that day no he ran say they should catch me. So I went to one of my auntie that they tell me that they are around.
Okay, also call the papa so call fees ne papa ka so me so bosom. So on so bosom dia on hwe no. Ono ne bu fui. Nti na ni papa ne dan anim ho na bosom bebre sisi ho. Na ne bu fui no de ne na butu bosom bako. Ho na bosom ni titu ye. Eto form. Na ne papa ka che nkofo so mo nchene ma no 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 dwane to aso.
So I ran to one of my auntie and my auntie bring me back. Come and apologize for my father. And that day I see that my father go and call some people. They come and do some sacrifice and things, and they're supposed to kill a goat before we shape that gods down. So since that day, that very day, I tell my auntie that I will not sleep in my father's house. So I'm supposed to go back to my mother. So that very day, my auntie be able to find me some money, and I come back to my mother in Aflau. So since that day, I don't have any encounter with my father again. until at the age of 25, 26 years. We come and meet again. That time we will meet. Is that time I came to Accra, 2007. Yeah, I came to Accra 2007.
Okay. Ose bro ko butu ni papa bosom no ma ni titi free so no. Oko ni anti ho na oko pa ni anti. Ni anti be pa che ma no. And the ho na ni papa no eko fa nkrofo bebre ba be mo be pacify the ghosts, the smaller ghosts. On be here friends say friends say amamre any amane any ade say be ya bosom na yabutu na ma ni tiate no the bumfu ne ba no. Enti efiri ho no ka kire ne antene se ne papa fi ha de wonda ha biem. Enti efiri ho no wanhunu papa biem da kopim se onya 25-26 years to aso.
So that time I came to Accra, so I come and fall in one of my auntie. It is a family. His name is called Enya Chagli. So I come and fall in him. That time my brother also was in Accra. He finished school in Togo. So I come and fall in them. So I was working. I'm a fashion designer. So I was working. Because class 3, I just stopped the school just like that. I say I don't want to go to school.
Why?
But if you bring me, you see, if I enter the classroom, everything that you say I should do, I do. But if you come to pick the thing, I can pick. But if you take me put in the vocational side, like anything that you can do with your hand, I'm perfect there.
I say our school no, nyamesi en kano kre, itrene pa de. Se wo di training sua bibi pa ma adwene na chene de na ono ne onya de ne wo ade a ye de nsa enwene se wo do nsa eye bibi ene de na oya ade pa ene ndu ka ho bia ama nani anyi skunto obankra ha ewe pensa no odwo bi suan no ye fashion designer or pamon or timiju twantade pamon tade ye ntade kama me kwa pampa atade abeche me pen atade o seni ono an
for him whether you marry the man or not. So the first day I meet the man, to be frank, the question I ask the man is that, are you sure that you can marry my mother? That question I ask, even me myself, I forget the question. So since that time, and become born the second one, what I come and see. So as I came to Accra, there's another man take the lady and got pregnant. So that married, you don't marry, but that relationship spoiled. But the children, I am the one taking care of the children. So as I tell my mother that, oh, I want to get married, my mother say, over in dead body, you no go allowed. And I ask my mother that, why you no go allowed? Ashama and Teshi is not far. You just forget me just in Teshi like that. Anything will happen if I call you, you don't mind me. Almost 2 years to 3 years and now you are telling me that I will not get married. It cannot be possible. So you take the matter to my stepfather. My stepfather tell me that over his dead body I'll get married. And I say, oh, is that so? So as I'm going, I tell my mother that I will get back to him. So time reach, we prepare to do the wedding and I go and give invitation card to my mother. Then my stepfather tell me that he will not be around and stand as a father for me to get married. And I tell my stepfather that I want to tell him something. I don't know what they tell you about my father. That's why my father is a deaf and dumb. He never go to school before. He worship juju. But if you said you will not stand for me, he keep long as my father, I will prove to you and make sure that my father come to this country and come and stand for me for wedding. He say okay, then I should do it, we say. So time is reaching, then I try to travel, go to Togo back. That is the second time I want to meet my father. I went there. They say my father went to Benin. Then I send a message and they try to bring him. Because already Benin there, I say I will never go there. Because I hear that the juju and those things, no, a lot of them, no, you'll be taking it from there coming. So my father, I send a message and they bring in, I let him know that I want to marry. So I want you to come and stand for him. My father was happy. Because so far what my father tell me, he say his children all is almost 21. That's why my father tell me, he have white women, he marry white women, he born in Ivory Coast, he born in Benin, Senegal, and so forth. But one thing I be asking myself that a man that is deaf and dumb, who don't go to school, become captain in ship, be able to travel France, Germany, wherever. So always I ask myself that I ask myself and I don't understand. So I call my father come. As I call my father come, I bring him from Togo come to Ghana. As I bring him to Ghana, the time they reach for the engagement, and I said my father that before you stand for me and say this is your son and you want to marry, I want you to receive Christ. My father, you see, it's a deaf and dumb, but it's my father. We can communicate, and he come with one of my step brother. So I was talking, and the step brother was interpreting to my father, and my father say, why did I want to marry and I want you to receive Christ? And I say, no, since I've been hearing about you up to now, you travel, money, you make things, but there is nothing in showing that what you are doing, profit is coming inside. Only one house that I hear about that you have, that is what you have. You take people, go outside, and the people, they come, they build 3-4 houses, story building. You are in class 1. So I can see that the God you are worshiping cannot help you.
Wow.
Yes. So
wow. Let me explain it in our local dialects. Your person change now say upon say ofri abosomfie ye wo ne to abosomfie le papa esom bosom ne nkwada nyina papa no de nkrofo akwa abrochire akwa agye won sika ma san nkrofo no kra abeduru na kromu a won timi sisi fie mienu miensa eye nyapade na hodo e de ka ho but o hwe ne papa brabo a de obetimi ne papa betimi abosti ne say wasi da baako na da ne kura wasi ne kura nya da bi a kire so nya da bi a te say his anamodie baako di o masisi bi enum kota kura na say ni nyame na ono asom ne nkwa na nyina no anya de otimi boa no enti say ne maame so nyina na chi a o tro challenge amare maame say obeko Togo no okofa ne papa abegyina na chi one ne papa ne di nkomo na papa ne to na moba na o ma papa the condition say so person jana chi sa ne bad dia and yet just say or accept Christ Jesus as his Lord and personal savior. Na ochire kwan a ofa so ne papa ne communicate here because ne papa no sabi owaso but on tiasem owa no but on tumi nkasa or ye deaf and dumb. And ochire mu say enam so ye ne papa nti otimi ne kasa ba ne nua ba ko kan ho ne papa ho a wono de otimi ne papa communicate here pa through signs. Enti ono kasa kire nua na signs dia ma no enna papa ni be bisa ne say adenti eno obe ware a opeso obe fa Kristo on tiasie. Okay, let's take it from there.
So as I say you should take Christ, say you don't understand. I say no, what is going on? There's nothing coming up from what the God that you are worshiping inside. Me, I have a God I'm worshiping that no matter what I'm passing through all self, is still there with me. So my father say what I'm telling him is nonsense. Before I hear, my father slapped me in the front of my wife. Slapped me.
And when I walk come for Christo, I'm a papa no for the very first time no. The papa can say the walk can you kwasiasem. Na tie papa ni tire ne sa born asum.
So as he slapped me, then he tell me that I should find money for him, then he will go back to Togo. Then I'll be able to get money, give it to the small boy that I bring, that they should send him to Accra, then they take her and go. So I go escort my father, they take her, they go, they reach Accra. Then the small boy, they have my number, then he call me, say, my father say, he want to come back. So I say, okay, they should come back. Then they come back. Then my father tell me that if it is that God that I'm talking about that he's going to receive, that will make him to stand for his son that he have given birth to, his wedding he will do. Because among all the children that I have, sister and all of them, nobody has married. I have senior brothers, nobody has married. And I say, okay, if it's going to be so, I will send you to my pastor. I will send you to my pastor, they will pray for you. So that day we plan and I send it to the pastor. My father kneeled down and they pray for him. He received Christ. They pour oil on him. I was there. We are interpreting everything. So he accepted. And what I have is that my Bible that I have, my first time Bible I buy in life. That's what I give it to him as a father. I say, this is what I'm giving to you. As you have accepted God, you will stand for me. I give the Bible to my father that very day. That night my father sleep. Around 3 o'clock, 4, my father called me. And I woke up. He said, I said, what is going on? Then he woke up the small boy to tell me that he have seen something that he never seen before. What is it? He said in his entire life, he never dreamed before. But he have seen something that he see that the mother was in the white standing his side and the father too. And one man was in the front. They are thanking him that he have received Christ.
Wow. Can you repeat that portion?
As I give the Bible to my father,
okay,
and that night my father go and sleep. He take the Bible, put in the chest like this. So he have a dream, and my father woke up as around 3, and he was telling us that he have seen something. So the way he's saying the thing, I know that it's a dream, because you don't know how to tell me how the thing is. I say he see something. He see the mother. He was in white, and the father was in white, standing in his side.
Asema can say after sending papa no accepted Christ no, then they call the soft penny who accepted Christ no. On the Bible no do ne ba no di kan to ye no. Or the chair ne papa. Or the chair ne papa. Na papa ne ji Bible no oji ye na okoda no de to ne chest so. Into embrace Bible no die. Into papa ne nya dream. Na tio obi a want to mean kasa obi na so asia wonya die, weso die. What your interpretation? What a world! I tell you, what your interpretation? The actually papa neba say or die no or so die na so die no so ye no ohun obi a wo sefufu ye ne maame ejina ho ya wo mo ka chere say sa Kristo na wa fa no wa ya de papa pachotie wa wutumi kasa wa waso asi wa wani hu ade nipa do say na okachire ukawurade asem kire won. It is a big challenge to tell people about Christ. One na woni afura, one na wasoasi, and na one na wontimi nkasa. If a gentleman can win such a soul for Christ, I tell you, I hear your man's job. Shall na mfo atwahia wo nchen nyina. Won nyina timi ka di nkomo. Mudi nkomo ya huhu bran nkomo. Mo kasa ya trosem. Mo ye bibia mo kohyem na mo ye bia na nkrofo asem na mo ka. Wonka urade asem nkyere won da. But ni papa wasom bosom the rest of his life. Ose na wabie so betima begirem se father dia. Ene ye kise wafa Kristo. O papa ka se wo megire wo kise awarefo. Won se wo bomobu. O true challenge the mabosomfo no. But we fa Kristo. This morning, me throw challenge at the amount. So for in every situation you find yourself. Ochina nyame adoma ye beto aso.